Chat, it's Canada Day. It's Canada Day! And for those of you who aren't Canadian, a Tuesday. For literally everyone else, a Tuesday. The wolf is loose. It's true. I got my Tim Hortons. I didn't bring chat. I'm so prepared for this stream. I totally wasn't trying to bring in all my totally awesome Canadian assets into the stream, into VTube Studio. I promise. For the 3 Canadians here, there's me, there's Cheese. I know Shell, of course, Canadian. You know, there's a few of us. Oh, Canada, Vanna's home and native land is true. True patriot love. And all of us command. Where's your hat? Listen, I'm trying. Chat, I am trying. Listen, I am so, because I had today off. So I'm so unprepared for this. I'm so unprepared. I love your model. Thank you, Shell. Thank you. I appreciate it. Also, everyone, you should go check out Shell, okay? You may not remember, but I was, the Shell was in the Canadian Goose Goose Duck collab. So please go follow them, all right? Because they're awesome, and they're fellow Canadians. So, of course, you know, we got to support our Canadian peeps. With Tim Hortons and Hockey for All, I know a lot more than you would think, chat. A lot more things are Canadian than one may think. Some of the things, because I did research for the stream, okay? And some of the things even took me by surprise. How many things are Canadian, okay? It's wild. War crimes? I mean, the Geneva Conventions exist kind of partially, in part, because of Canadians, but we didn't invent it. But we will make it our checklist. And I am playing Canadian music artists in the background. There's some big names in here. Some names you might not think are Canadian. You might be like, wow, this is wild. They're Canadian. It's true. It's true, chat. A lot of people are Canadian. We're just everywhere. We're secretly just infiltrating everywhere to take over. You can keep Justin Bieber. No, he lives in the States now. We don't want him. We don't want him. You can keep him down there. Basketball and the telephone and baseball and snowmobiles and you know, the first ever like army camo. Yeah, we did that. Yeah, Canada did that. Kerosene, we did that, chat. There's a lot we did. Hi, Laura, how are you? Welcome on in. I gotta say hi to everyone. I'm so behind. Let me say hi to everyone. Where's my greeter? Okay. Laura, welcome on in. Chat Dad, of course. Silver, welcome on in. Chaotic, welcome on in. Shell, welcome on in. Diablo, welcome on in. Drew, welcome on in. Skullander, welcome on in. Hello, everyone. It's so nice to see you. I hope you had a good weekend. I hope it was a good weekend. I hope you touched grass. I touched grass. I even touched grass today. I took Watson out for a walk because his paw's been acting up, and walks seem to help a little bit. Grow across the Great Lakes, Sinclair Warren decided it was too much effort. You know what? Maybe. Hockey's not invented by us? No, but we do have the first ever recorded indoor ice hockey game in 1875. So we do have that. We do have that under our belt, okay? The modern sport of ice hockey was developed in Canada, but like the original invention of it, not Canadian. But like, let's be honest, like technically like field hockey existed before that and we just put it on ice, you know? Yeah, first ever indoor day. Actually in 1875, we had the first ever indoor hockey game. I got company coming over. You're also celebrating Canada Day, right, Chat Dad? Because you secretly want to be a Canadian. It's true. Everyone secretly wants to be a Canadian because everyone likes us. Everyone likes us, chat. We're awesome. Why wouldn't people like us? You know, chat, you know. Unexpected company? Oh boy. Oh my, what a twist, chat. There is no way. There's no way that's a lie. There is no way that, sorry, I'm just. Yeah, he's American. Why is he on my Canadian? Why is he in this Canadian playlist? Canadian hits you forgot about Jason Derulo. He's not Canadian. Andy Righteous. That's a name. That is a name. I hope you're I don't know what my brain went for a second. But thank you for the follow. Welcome. I love Tim Hortons. Don't worry, I got some. I got some Tim Hortons. I'm gonna pull in my Timbits here in a second, and my Canada hat. I have it. I gotta pull it in, chat. I gotta pull it in. Might even be a lady friend. Chat. That's how you know it's not a lady friend coming over because chat doesn't know any girls. Got him. Got him. Got him. Got him. It's his mom. What kind of Timbits? I like the cruller ones, but also birthday cake. So I got both of those. I know your mom plenty. Yeah, and she's a nice lady. But I know your mom better. Smile. You did indeed murder. Canadian, you know, Geneva Conventions is my checklist. You know, chat, you know, what can I say? I'm feeling Canadian today. You know, feeling extra Canadian. Made in Canada. Is this an actually good playlist? All right, freaking magic. Chat, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like that The Weeknd is like one of our more famous modern day Canadian artists because I personally don't like The Weeknd. Creeps me out. Teach me your ways. Wait, of how to do of what, Dashy? What ways are we teaching today? I would like to know what can you clarify? Can you clarify? Can you clarify for the FBI agent that's in the room, even though I'm Canadian? So there shouldn't be one here, but we all know how you Americans like to be. Too soon? Is that too topical? Is that too current events, chat? If it is, let me know. Let me know if that's too current events for you. Your funny ways of using toilets? What do you mean? I use toilet normally. Hello? Hello? Honey dip ones, birthday cake and jelly-filled are also good. Except I don't find them as much up here. I feel like every time I go and ask, where I live at least, they never have any. Canadian crevice cleansing? That sounds like a great company name, chat. Write that down. Canadian crevice cleansing. All right, write that down. Write that down. Pens out, okay? Chilling in my boots and jeans. Take those off immediately. Take them off. And use what I thought Vanna drank from the toilet and use the yard like a normal dog. Chat. I'm not an actual dog. Do I have to go over this again? Do we have to hash this out about how I'm not actually a wolf in real life? Do I have to tell you? Chat, do I have to sit you down when I tell you this? Strawberry filled ones? That sounds delicious. Send me some. You aren't. Wait, you aren't? Also, I totally didn't retweet. I didn't make my going live post. So hold up, chat. That's crazy. Wild. There's literally a bark redeem. It's called acting, chat. I'm an actor, okay? Paid actor, but not paid nearly enough to deal with your shenanigans. Not paid enough to deal with you, chat. Making fun of you for bagged milk. You know what? That is fair. And it's wild how that got like listed as like a Canadian, like collective Canadian thing when that's really is at least now like very much just an East Coast thing. Okay, going live. East Coast, yeah, exactly. Like I don't here on the West Coast we have ginger beef, chat. Did you know if you eat ginger beef, that was invented by a Canadian? Because Canadians were it was created in BC because a BC chef, he owned a Chinese restaurant. He's from China. So he immigrated into Canada and he found it hard to get Canadians to eat a lot of like traditional Chinese foods and cuisines. So he knew that Canadians like beef because, you know, prairies, that we have literally 3 provinces that produce beef and farm of some sort. So he created ginger beef. What is ginger beef? Americans don't have this? Bruh. Chat, I'm going to hold your hand when I say this, that you are missing out if you haven't heard of ginger beef. Okay? It is so tasty. I didn't appreciate it growing up. I didn't like it. It's a texture thing when I was growing up, but now I like it. Now I respect it. It's like Gary's favorite all-time dish, even though it's technically not Asian, but it was created by an Asian man. It was just, you know, Canadianified. Breaded boneless almond joke. Silver, what are you talking about? Silver, I am lost. The syrup flows thicker than the Wi-Fi, the only place where geese run the streets. I mean, geese don't run the streets, but you just have to give them respect. If you show the geese respect, they won't fuck with you. They won't fuck with you. If you know not to fuck with them, and if you just, like, respectfully, like, you just give them the nod and you just, like, walk past, mind your own business, they won't fight you. Sometimes. The bacon is a lie. No, the bacon is normal bacon here. Okay, myth number 1 that I hate, that everyone seems, is the fact that they're like, Canadians have this weird ham bacon. No, we do not. We have normal bacon. Pea-meal bacon was invented in Canada and does exist here, but we call that back bacon. That is not our normal everyday bacon. And anyone who buys into that, okay, buys into the lies, how dare you? I will die on this hill. I don't know who came up with that joke, okay, that meme, that trope, but when I find them and resurrect them from the grave, okay, I am going to give them a piece of my mind, all right? We have normal bacon, chat. It's not all pea-meal bacon here. I really only see pea-meal bacon for, like, Eggs Benedict purposes. And even then, it's like 50-50. She's actually triggered. Chat, not much triggers me, okay?
Today. I loaded into don't fuck geese. Okay, then I see how it
No,
is.
it cut off. It said don't fuck with geese. HH, no, but also don't fuck the geese. Also, don't do that, okay? You uses only the fat off the pig belly, whereas everyone else uses the entire pig belly. I don't think that's necessarily true. I don't think so. No? I mean, Canadian bacon is technically the pork loin. Can you do a smug face? Is this doing it for you? This model isn't as smug as the other model. You want me to pull up the other model so I can be extra smug? I can be extra smug for you, chat. Canadian geese VTuber? Chat, they probably exist. If I'm Googling it right now. Canadian geese VTuber. Okay, they probably exist. Yeah, they do. I created her myself literally 3 weeks ago, chat. Literally 3 weeks ago. They literally exist, chat. You about as smug as a bread loaf? Yeah, and you're about as hairy as a bread loaf, chat dad. Freaking bald ass looking cowboy. Cowboy looking. Boot licking. Boot licking. The superior meme when I asked that, you know what, fair. I don't know. This model is not the other one. The other one is good. The other model is really good at being smug. Vanna roasting his ass. Listen, chat dad's gonna come in my house wearing pants and boots. Disrespectful, okay? Take your shoes off at the door. Absolutely criminal. And who relaxes in jeans? Hairy like a gorilla? I don't know. All body and no brain on that one, chat. How would I lick my own boots? I'll be flexible. Listen, I didn't say you lick your own boots. That's why that lady friend's coming over, right? So you can lick hers, probably. Classic chat dad. I sleep in jeans. Chat, are you okay? Chat, are you okay? Chat, blink once if you are being held hostage. Chat, are you good? No! No! Don't do it! I don't have jeans, honestly, though. Jeans are like criminal. Criminal. Absolutely criminal. Criminal, chat. Absolutely, positively criminal. Criminal, chat. Silver wet jeans. Silver jeans, chat. Silver jeans. Or is a sleepwalk? Silver, I think you might be a skinwalker. I'm starting to think Silver's a skinwalker, chat. We may have been infiltrated by the skinwalkers, okay? How do we test? How do we test for skinwalkers, chat? I'm asking for a friend. I am concerned they may have infiltrated our ranks, whether we wanted them to or not. Jeans are underrated on a woman. Jeans, you can tell, were created by a man because they are the most uncomfortable thing. Okay, that's how you know they were created by a man, is because they are the most uncomfortable thing, and especially women's jeans, because the pockets are too damn small. I want to put my phone in my pocket, okay? What am I going to put, a lip chap in my pocket? Just a lip chap? You know, and fake pockets don't even get me started on women's jeans, chat. Don't even. They're not uncomfortable on me. Yeah, but you're a man. You get the nice, comfortable, stretchy jeans with the nice, like, what, good legs, good pockets. Okay? All right? All right? Ask them a question they never know the answer to. What is the chat? What is the national capital of Canada? Go. Go, chat. Go. What is the national capital of Canada? Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Buying male jeans so you get pockets? No, because they're too long. And they're too long. Quebec. Okay, mods. Mods. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Some snow pile. Montreal. Criminal. Could you imagine if we made the French, like, the capital? That'd be wild. That'd be wild. That's wild of you to think that the French can run any country. Looking at you, France. Okay, but they're the good French. They're the good French. They're competent French. Copenhagen. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. How'd you know? Yes, Laura, you did it. You did it, Laura. You get here. Here we go. Oh wait, hold up. You're so jet lagged. You're so jet lagged. You get 5 points. 5 points to Laura. Good job. Proud of you. Proud of you. You did it. And trim them down to fit your legs, but then I'd have to hem them, and I don't know how to sew, and that just seems like more effort than if I just got jeans that fit me, which I surprisingly have a lot of jeans, but honestly, chat, I haven't been wearing jeans for like most of the year. I find them really uncomfortable now. I love how Laura, you can't say that. Laura, you can't say that. Laura, no. Wait. Laura, no. No, you can't say that. You can't say that. But it's true. You mean about our Geneva checklist? Yeah, in the Minecraft. Yeah, you gotta say in Minecraft. You gotta say that. In Minecraft, right? In Minecraft. Yes, Canadians love to unalive people in Minecraft. We have never unalived anyone IRL ever. No, never have I ever. I don't even know how one would do that. That's a wild idea. Yeah, in Minecraft. Thank you, Laura. Thank you. I didn't want you to get in trouble with the FBI agent monitoring your PC right now. Native American. You know what, HH? That's fair. That's fair. Respect. All right, I'm getting my Canada hat. I feel like Nikki. I only have Tim Hortons, which is Canadian, I guess, but really it's owned by a Portuguese not Portuguese, Brazilian food conglomerate. So calling it Canadian is like calling, I don't know, like calling, what's something like calling French fries French? You know, chat? It's just, I mean, not really. Not really. I got this. Thank you. Listen, I worked so hard. My brain worked so hard today trying to both upload a short to YouTube and to TikTok and Instagram and create the thumbnail for today. My brain went real hard, okay? My brain worked so hard today, chat. I'll have you know. I'll have you know. It worked really hard. And I'm putting in the Canada hat. Minecraft Hunger Game Masters? Could you imagine? Wait, there's an idea. Minecraft Hunger Games, but Canadian. But Canadian, chat. The KFC headquarters to Texas? No, I don't keep up with KFC's happenings. I don't keep up with KFC's happenings, to be completely honest with you, Sean. I couldn't even tell you where KFC's headquartered in Kentucky if it was, you know? Like, you could have told me KFC was not in fact ever, you know, in Kentucky, and I would have believed you. I would have believed you, chat, because yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I got my Canada hat. Let's see if it pulls in here. Where is it? Okay, I might have to take out Tim Hortons. Okay. Canada hat. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Haven't had enough. You haven't had enough. Perfect. Okay, why is that not in? Okay, but that's too much. Okay, wait, hold. I wish there was a way for you to like modify the settings of something once it was like finger and find to an item. Always in front. Yeah. Select a layer. That's a great question. Nope, that was not it. Chat, don't look at me. Nope. I'm just going through my settings here. I'm gonna look weird for a second in VTube Studio. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Wow, I never knew how many layers there were to my model, chat. I mean, I knew there were a lot. Oh my goodness. No, I want it to the back of my head. No. Okay, we'll do this later. We will do this later, chat. Done. No. Because I forgot that. Here. There we go. There we go. I have my nice Canada hat on. Very Canadian of me, chat. Very Canadian of me now. Very much Canadian. Wow. Best KFCs in the world are ones to be in Canada. Yeah, because we have food standards. Imagine having food standards, chat. Imagine having food standards that actually make sure your food is actually like it's not healthy, but like actually like should be eaten, should be consumed. Wild. A wild thought. I know, chat. Crazy idea. Crazy idea. I don't like how that's sitting on my head. It was sitting good, and now it's not. Now it's sitting weird. Okay, that made it worse. It made it worse. Yeah, that's a little better. I'll allow it. KFC Japan is garbage, which is wild because I don't know what it is. Like, because like Japanese fried chicken and like Korean fried chicken, delicious. But I don't know why KFC is trash over there. As a Kentuckian, today I learned where Laura lives. Of Laura's own free will. Okay. General vicinity. Okay, I'm not doxing anyone here. Okay. No doxing here. Okay, I have my Canada hat. I need my Tim Hortons back. I need my Timmies. Okay, we got my Timmies back. There we go. Voila. Very Canadian. Wow. There we go. I feel better now, chat. Black pepper chicken. Okay, black pepper chicken is delish though. Okay, absolutely delicious. Absolutely tasty. Oh, you know what else I need, chat? And you know what else I need in here that's like quintessentially Canadian that not a lot of people know about? Well, not quintessentially Canadian, but it's Canadian. And you probably didn't know about this, chat. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Did it not? Did it not? Hold up. Hold up. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay. Now it should be in. Now it should be in. There we go. There you go, chat. Did you know also that Blackberries were Canadian? I mean, Blackberry still exists, but like the phone. Chat, did you know? Did you know? Did you know that Blackberries are Canadian? Wait, I don't want to. How did I get the settings open for this before? Chat, I don't know how. Midnight, thank you for the resub with Prime. How are you? Welcome on in. Happy Canada Day. I hope it's going well. I hope you had a good day. We're just getting things kicked off here. I had to get my obligatory Canadian items ready. Had to get our Canadian items ready here, chat. There we go. There we go. The things that grow on bushes, no, chat. No, the phones. The phones, you know, that pretty much like every diplomat used for like most of the time until like, or like important business person used because it was really encrypted and secure. Unlike like most modern phones, you know. My D&D campaign in a good way? In a good way? Explain. I need more details. I need more details, Chaotic. Chaotic, I need more details. Tell me more. I need to know. I'd love to try Hortons, especially the Timbits. The Timbits are good. I think the hype of Tim Hortons, it's not what it used to be. I long for like old, like Tim Hortons of the early 2000s, where food was actually good. For the last probably, I'd say like 10, ever since they were bought out and they were no longer Canadian owned, they were basically Canadian only in like name and like obviously branding because of, you know, the maple leaf. Ever since then, their food quality has gone terrible. Plus, McDonald's did buy out the coffee out from under like the rights to like the coffee farms that brewed, that had the beans that Tim Hortons would use. So for a while, the Tim Hortons coffee was at McDonald's, but then also McDonald's stopped using that. So that's why the coffee at McDonald's also tastes different now. It's a whole thing. I could go through the whole history of it. I could go through the whole thing, but I won't, chat. I won't. All right. So let's go through the list, chat. You're going to learn today. You could, yeah, it's a whole history, chat. It's a whole history. Let's talk about things that you might not know were like Canadian creations. There's a lot of things. Canadians, you know, we've created a lot of cool things. There's a lot of things here. Most people just think, maple syrup, poutine, and if anyone says poutine, I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna give you a smack with my beaver tail, all right? And not the beaver tail, like the beaver tail food, all right? Because how dare you? How dare you? Too late? No, it is not poutine, okay? Do not let those French Canadians fool you, okay? It is poutine. It is poutine, okay? Why is it spelled that way if it's not supposed to be poutine? Get out of here. Don't you look at me. You mean North Americans? Oh my goodness, someone's on their way. Someone looks like they might need to be escorted out and sent to the dungeon for a little bit to consider their words. We had to come up with a farm, and we have a minotaur that owns a milk farm, and the DM doesn't know the lead farmer is Quinn Vanna. That's hilarious. I made a chat. Someone snuck me into a D&D campaign. I'm famous now, chat. Try something out of spite because it was always praised to be the best. grew up on with homemade cinnamon rolls, still want to try Cinnabon. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. And I guess it's one of those things where it's like, if you've never been able to have it, like, yeah, like I can definitely understand that. Like, I'm like, man, I would love to try. I'm trying to think of like some, like Chipotle is now here in Canada technically, but like I still haven't tried it yet. I'm still not like, I don't have the urge, because every time I hear people talk about Chipotle, they just talk about how bad it is. So like, why am I gonna go to it, you know? You know? Honorary Canadian. Yes, you were all honorary Canadians today, and I gotta give you your Canadian edumacation, all right? All right, first of all, we rise for our Lord and Savior, Shania Twain, all right? All right, our queen, our goddess. Chipotle is great, what the fuck? That's not what I've heard. Honestly, most American things that come to Canada in terms of food are always rated as being trash, because you know what makes them good in America? The fat and the stuff that they put in them that our Canadian Health Food Board won't let people put in, you know? It's overrated. Thank you, Severus. Welcome on in, Severus. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. It's nice to see you. Okay, let me get my, we're doing some, here we go. List of Canadian inventions. There's a lot of there's a lot of them. All right, let's go over here. Let's go over this screen. At least 25% Canadian. Just a little, just a touch of the Canadian. Just a touch, chat. All right, let me get, here we go. Opera up here. Wow! Flashbanged by Wikipedia, chat. All right, let's zoom in. Let's maximize this, shall we? I felt disappointed both times. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Oh, I guess I could do large. But I feel like that's still... Can you read this, chat? For Spirit Box? Wait. Why are my glasses on? Why do I... Okay, that was... Chat, we have a problem. Chat, we have a problem. It keeps putting my glasses on. Why are my glasses on this button? Why are my glasses hotkey to this button? Where is it? Where are my glasses? They're somewhere. They're somewhere. Glasses. Okay, Control Shift. Why is it not Control Shift? Why is it not registering that key? What if I do this key or this key? Well, Control Shift G, that's clearly gonna be nothing that I'll ever use ever. Chat clip this for future reference. So when I do inevitably use that, the glasses do come on. Place is still around? Okay, but remember, chat, the key to a good poutine is a beef-based gravy and cheese curds. If there is shredded cheese on it, it's automatically disqualified from being a poutine. All right? Okay? That's how it works. That's how that works here. All right, let me get my phone out again. Okay. All right. You can change it to dark mode. This tells you how often I'm on Wikipedia. Oh my gosh, it's true. Except you still get the sidebars. What if I just say wide? Oh my goodness! My eyes have been saved, chat! That's imposter poutine. Exactly, Midnight. Exactly. I still don't know what poutine is. Don't worry, it's on this list. So we're gonna start with agriculture, food, and beverage. Okay, chat? Yes, thank you for that tip, Severus. It was great. I guess we'll start with poutine, since some of y'all don't know what poutine is, right? Okay, poutine, okay? I can't believe you exist in this world and don't know what poutine is. It's this. It is French fries with the beef-based gravy, okay? And cheese curds. That's it. That is all. That's as simple as it can be. There is no shredded cheese. There is no American cheese. There's no mozzarella cheese. There's no Swiss cheese. There's no, it must be the cheese curds, okay? It is the best. Poutine D's nuts in your mouth? All right. All right, chat. Chat, I'd have you ban Laura if you could, but Laura's a mod, so unfortunately, we can't do that. Dark mode saves lives. Yeah, chat, Dad, take notes. Yeah, chat, Dad. But see, this is what it is. This is all it is. It doesn't be anything more or anything less, okay? It's Laura will ban herself. Yeah, that's all it takes is one fox. Did I hear ban? Mod on mod violence. So foods. I didn't know that butter tarts were a Canadian creation. And today I learned. I thought Americans definitely would have created it because it's literally butter in tart form. And if there's one thing America loves more than like McDonald's, it's butter, chat. Am I right? Am I right? But butter tarts. And if you're like, wow, what's a butter tart? What is this? It's a dessert. I have them mostly at Christmas time. That's where I usually see them a lot. And it's like a tart, flaky, like pie kind of crust on the outside. And it's filled with melted butter, and raisins if you like them. If you don't, no raisins. It's very delicious. It's great. I've never seen a butter tart. Well, now you have. Here it is. Okay. They're delicious. I've timed myself out 38 times. Great job, Laura. Proud of you. Proud of you. You're doing great, sweetie. I'm hungry. I apologize in advance if anyone gets hungry, because literally the first section, look at all these foods Canadians have invented. Look at them. Look at them well. There's a lot of them, chat. There's a lot of things. Like this beaver, a lot of them sweet treats, which I guess sweet treats is just in my DNA. Beaver tails. It's basically a fried dough and you put toppings on top. They're huge. With carnivals, amusement parks, fairs, rodeos, and seaside resorts in Canada. Name one seaside resort. I'll wait. Those aren't really a thing here, but okay. All right, I guess. I mean, okay. I guess. It's an elephant ear. Yeah, there's different names for them. Doughboys, scones. Who calls them a scone? I would love to know. Pizza frite. That's very French. Touton, of course, because Eastern Canada, Newfoundland. Newfies are like, it's weird because Newfoundland, like the Maritimes, but especially Newfoundland, are like their own country. They just happen to be a part of Canada, but it's like a different world over there. Like the Maritimes, Eastern Canada scares me because it's like a whole different ball game. They're their own universe. They speak their own, essentially own language. Is wild. California rules are Canadian? Technically, yes. So on this list, as Wikipedia says, it's anything where it's either entirely or partially created by a person born in Canada or a citizen of Canada, or anything that's technically based in Canada. And some of these were like in partnerships, but yes, it was created by a Japanese Canadian chef living in Vancouver. Which is wild that it's called a California roll, but I guess Vancouver roll doesn't really roll off the tongue that well. Newfoundland made me think about Vinland because they both have land in the name. Yeah, the Newfoundland. It's not Newfoundland, okay? How dare you? That's how we say it to spell it, but it's Newfoundland. Because you gotta say it like Newfies, where they don't say half the words or syllables or letters. That's just how the accent goes. The Caesar, which I hate these. I think this invention is probably the most diabolical. It's literally tomato juice that has like clam juice, so clamato, tomato juice and clam juice with vodka and Tabasco and Worcestershire. It's disgusting. Gross. Whoever thought this was a good drink to make, I hope that you don't sleep comfortably in your grave, okay? All right. I say it Newfoundland. No, it's not Newfoundland. It's Newfoundland. Okay, Newfoundland. Newfin. Okay, it's Newfin. Newfin. Made by a drunk person. I mean, that makes sense. Apparently. Oh yes, back in the 50s, because the 50s were a time where they were like, let's just drink our vegetables. Chat. Disgust. I like how they say clam broth. It's basically clam juice. It's not really a broth to my knowledge, but yes, that's where, again, Bloody Mary is also gross, but this is worse because there's like clam juice in it. Disgust. Gross. 0 out of 10, but that's one of our contributions to the world. Canada Dry Ginger Ale. I feel like I don't have to explain that one. Are legally distinct cheesies. Legally distinct cheesies. They are the hard ones. They are not Cheetos, but they're made with real cheddar cheese. Because, in a food that you're eating for snack purposes and that is mostly processed, we want there to be real cheddar cheese in them because we care. Because we care. Only in Canada would be like, let's put something real in this very processed food here. These are bad. I will get a craving for them, and then a very a life demanding craving for them where I must have them, and that happens maybe once a year, maybe. All right, but there you go. That's what they are. Coffee crisp, which delicious. Coffee and I don't want this. Coffee and chocolate together, of course. The little wafers, just delicious, chat. Absolutely wonderful. These are the best. Coffee crisp used to be my go-to chocolate growing up. Because I was like, ooh, I get coffee. I'm such an adult. I get coffee in my chocolate. I would hoard all of these at Halloween. I would steal them from my sister's trick-or-treat bags because I wanted them all. On wafers, it's thin wafer. It's very thin, but it's delicious. It's delicious. Delish. It's delish. Very tasty. Texture issues? You know what? That's fair. That is fair. That is valid. Texture issues? Very valid. I have them myself. But still delicious, chat. Still delish. Donair, okay, which is also from the East Coast. Where is it? Again, it's a play on a euro. And that's not Canadian. I got church. This is different. It's different, chat. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Look at this. Look at this. Wait, hold. Okay, well, I didn't want to go to the actual. I just wanted the image in the new tab. Okay. Look at this. The meat with the sweet sauce and tomatoes. And usually in the ones at least I have here, there's lettuce and onions. And so wrapped in a nice little peanut. Delish. Tasty. And what makes it different? I think it's technically the sweet sauce. Technically, it's the sweet sauce. Yeah, the sweet donair sauce. So it's it's condensed milk, vinegar, sugar, and garlic. So it's garlicky and it's sweet and kind of sticky, chat. It's it's a sweet, sticky, creamy sauce, chat. Need I say more? Delicious. And then you get the beef extra crispy. Chef's kiss. So if you had a gyro or a kebab, it's kind of the same. It's the same thing. Shawarma. It's all of the same general thing, but delish. Cum sauce? No, chat. It's not cum sauce. It's not cum sauce. It smells and tastes much better. So I've heard allegedly. My sources tell me this. Knowledge. Yes, my sources have told me. My sources have told me this knowledge. I am not Anyways, moving on from the donair. Next up, we have ginger beef, which I talked about earlier. Now you get your photo chat. Here it is. It's like crispy beef in this like sticky sauce. It's delicious. Yes. Sugar and vinegar, and then garlic, hot peppers, and then of course ginger with like carrot and onions. You'll find peppers in it a lot too. Not so much the carrot, more so peppers and onions. I find are in it. At least again where I live. Very delicious. It's good. You have to find the right, because sometimes some places will make the beef too crispy and they'll like over fry it and it gets dried out and it's kind of not as good. But this is pretty tasty. It's delicious. You should try some if you if you ever come to Canada, try some ginger beef, chat. It's delish. And Gary's favorite meal. Oh yes, and then probably our worst war crime ever to the world, Hawaiian pizza. Hawaiian pizza, chat. Yes. You know what? Canadians dare to ask, what if we put pineapple on pizza? And we did. With ham. There you go. So you can thank us Canadians for this wonderful invention I know everyone loves. So there you go. Look at it. Enjoy it. Okay. Which is wild because it's inspired by Chinese dishes, which commonly mix sweet and sour flavors. And they were like, you know what? What if we did ham and pineapple, okay? What if we did that? I'm like, what if we did this? Sorry, I'm just texting Gary. He got home safe because he left literally right as I was right about as I was getting ready for stream. Okay, back on voice mod. Stop texting Gary, Vanna. Stop it. Why does spam and pineapple? Like that I could get, but I don't see pineapple. I feel, and maybe it's because a lot of the sauces I find that go on pizza are like lean sweet, and have too much of that tomato flavor, and that's why I don't like it. Because I feel like the pineapple and tomato for me doesn't play well as a flavor combination. But that's just me. Instant mashed potatoes. You're welcome. Apparently we created the London Fog like tea latte, allegedly. It was made in Vancouver. Shout out to Vancouver, creating things that are named after other places in the globe, around the globe, like California roll, ginger beef, which is, you know, again, a Chinese, Japanese take on food, all wild. You know, things like that. So London Fog, we created that. You're welcome. It's delicious. It's probably my favorite way to drink. I didn't know for the longest time that I was technically the way I would like drink my Earl Grey tea was basically a London Fog, except I didn't put vanilla in it. So now I start putting it in, and it's delicious. I love it. It's a great drink. Oh, and then this Nanaimo bars chat. Again, from BC, British Columbia, West Coast. So 3 layers. You got your wafer, your nuts, and your wafer with nuts. Your wafer with nuts, chat. So that's the bottom layer. So you got your wafer with nuts. It says nuts. I believe it's just really coconut. Like coconut and like crumb. That's pretty much all. And then you have your custard. And then you got your chocolate on top.
Nice balls, bro.
There you go. Nanaimo bars. See, my problem with Nanaimo bars is I ate too many of them when I was a kid, so now I despise them as an adult. I went too hard, you know? All right. Okay, chaotic. That I can get behind because like the barbecue sauce, that can all play well together. That's a good flavor combination. Like I also like the take on like the quote unquote Hawaiian burger, where it's always just like barbecue sauce or teriyaki sauce and like a pineapple on top, that's delicious. Also, I'm glad you like my balls, chat. I worked really hard on them. They're 100% Canadian too, by the way. So yes. So funny story about Nanaimo bars. My sister went and did an exchange, like a program with a Japanese family. So the two Japanese students came and lived with my family for 2 weeks, and then my sister went and lived with them for 2 weeks. And one of the things they absolutely loved, because this is again a very only Canadian thing, was Nanaimo bars. So we sent them one year, the year after, for Christmas, a box of like Nanaimo bar mix, because you can get that around like the holidays, where it has all the stuff to make this, basically like a Betty Crocker or whatever. But they were obsessed. They were obsessed with these. And I was like, huh, that's something I never would have thought of. But I guess it's one of those things where when you have it like on such a regular basis, it no longer has that like uniqueness to you. So you're like, you just kind of take it for granted. But you're like, interesting. Barbecue and hot dog pizza? I think we've gone too far, chat. I think we might have gone too far. We might have just gone a bit too far with that. That's a bit too much. Although I did see a recipe on TikTok today for hot dog focaccia bread. So what do I know? What do I know? Which is also a wild combination, but who knows? It could be delicious, chat. It could be that tasty. It could be that good. Who knows? If it was like the Costco hot dogs, I don't know why, but those were like peak hot dog to me. Those were like the best hot dog of all time, and no one can convince me otherwise. Hot dog gelatin was normal gelatin in the past? What do you mean hot dog gelatin? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? I've literally never heard of I feel like that's cursed knowledge. I feel like I really should not know this at all. I feel like this is knowledge I should not have, nor do I want it, as I just throw my pen on my keyboard out of anger, because gross hot dog gelatin. That sounds bleh. Chat, just bleh. Bleh. Also, the ads will be starting shortly, so I will pause going through the long list of great things Canadians have done, i.e. inventions. Tomato soup and peanut butter dish. I do know about that because Tasting History on YouTube, they did a video. Max Miller did a video about it, and I was like, I mean, I get it, because peanut butter is a good source of protein and a thickener, and tomatoes are tomatoes. So like, I get it for the time period, but disgust. But also, I would never. It's hard enough for me to like. I'm very particular with my tomato soups. It has to be a tomato bisque. It has to run on the bisque side. It's got to be a little thicker. It's got to be 100% smooth, and have enough seasonings in it that I don't notice the tomato flavor. Gross food combos in chat. Go. Yes, chat. Go. Give me all your gross food combos. Give them to me. I don't have, I mean, it's not gross, but like bacon and Nutella. It's not a gross one, but it's delicious. It's 20 out of 10. I love it. Crunchy tomato on my bisque. Yo, chat. Are we good? No. I'd do anything. So good. Okay, there is no way. No, there is no way that this. Sorry, I'm looking for like. I'm scrolling through this Canadian playlist. Yeah, One Republic is not Canadian. Hello, are you good? Who gave? I think you have the wrong information. One Republic is definitely not Canadian. Creator of this playlist. Creator of this playlist, you're very, very misinformed. Bread with butter and random things. See, I could kind of see that though, like because I put like fries on my burgers. So like when I have like a burger and fries, I will put, even from McDonald's, I will put the fries on my burger. That's a good combination. Ketchup and applesauce, baked beans with applesauce. Criminal. I think you know an actual war criminal. Chaotic. That is wild. Wild. Beans. I don't like beans, chat. But yeah, beans. No. It's a texture thing for me. I have never liked beans, and I probably never will. But Gary likes beans on toast, and I'm like, or pork and beans, and I'm like, well, you get to enjoy that, because definitely not me. No, thank you. No, thank you. Beans are gross, in my opinion, but that's just me. I know a lot of people like beans, just not for me. Also, Coldplay, not Canadian. Are you good? Are you good, Spotify? I'm pretty sure this is not Canadian. Just all alone. Guess who she sees? Skater boy rocking on MTV. Ooh, some Michael Bublé chat. Add that to the playlist. Okay, ads are done. Okay, awesome. Nice. Might be right. Yeah, might be. I might be right on that, chat. My intuition be intuitioning. So let's see what else. Anything notable? No, that was it. That was about it. Because technically we created peanut butter. So you're welcome. You're welcome. We did create peanut butter. And that's like the highlights, like the things that, you know, I think are like, you'd be surprised. Oh, and pizza pops. You're welcome. We created those. But those are like the big ones. The big ones that I'm like, yeah, you should know about this, chat. Then we get to like the interesting like tech things. Like we technically created the first internet search engine. Technically we did, and that's wild to me. Like we created Archie, which was the first ever search engine. Or one of like you know, like it's wild. So I'm just like, you know, that's interesting. That's kind of cool. We created like one of the first search engines. We Canadians, we're really good at technology. Like IMAX movie systems, that was us. Chat, that was us. We created IMAX movies. We created the system for them, so you're welcome, all right? I've been too focused on stream to make progress in my game. Good, just the way I want. I've thwarted your plans to game. Now you must focus. You must focus, chat. We created the Java programming language. You're welcome. Keyframe animation. Now that one's a co-invented by, but that's still pretty cool. So like we've done a lot of stuff for like movies and tech. That's pretty cool. Happy Canada Day. Happy Canada Day to you too, Dan. Whether or not you're Canadian. I say it back to everyone because we Canadians are nice. Yes. And of course, the communications, you know, there's all this cool stuff about modems and power lines and technically AM broadcasting. That was us. But the BlackBerry phone, chat. Well, BlackBerry in general. BlackBerry still exists today, but they're more cybersecurity. But we did this. You're welcome. You're welcome, chat. We made the BlackBerry. It should come back, okay? I want the Blackberries to come back. I want just to have a physical keyboard because sometimes it was way better. I like the tactile. Look at the BlackBerry Bold, the OG, my beloved, my Shayla, my Shayla. Oh, yes, I did have a BlackBerry. I thought I was so cool because everyone else had like, I did have a Razor and stuff, but while everyone else had those, I had a BlackBerry. I even had the flip BlackBerry. What was it? The flip BlackBerry phone. I had this. Yeah, I had this one, the Pearl Flip. I had this bad boy, and I loved it to death because I was like, it was a flip phone, but a BlackBerry at the same time, but it wasn't like the fat, like the Bold. Ugh, my beloved. Lord Garbadon, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the guild. I hope you enjoy your time here. We've got plenty of meat and lots of guild rats to go on adventures with. What are you, old? A hag? No, I'm not a hag. I'm still not a hag, chat, but I did have a BlackBerry. Thank you. Thank you. Worst Canadian invention was the zipper merge. There's no way. There's no way we created that. No, I mean, the zipper merge is like the worst, but I hope we didn't create that. Did Canada invent zipper merge? No. No, zipper merges are the worst because nobody knows how to do them properly. No one knows how to do them properly. And isn't that just merging? Like, there's no difference. It's just merging. It's literally just merging. I don't know why we call it zipper merge. We didn't do that, chat. Means hag status? No, it doesn't, Leapshin. Let me live. Let me be a little Delulu just for a little longer. Please. Now they're selling flip phones again and charging double. It's true. I think BlackBerry has an opportunity to make a comeback real hard if they wanted to, because I have been getting a lot. Maybe it's just on like where my TikTok algorithm is at, but I've been getting a lot for like this one phone that's basically like oops, what is this? What is happening with my phone right now? The hell? For this one, it's on Kickstarter, this phone that's basically recreating the BlackBerry phones, but like with a modern touchscreen and like modern features and stuff like that. But it has like the physical keyboard, and I think BlackBerry could do it. An app form. Yeah, they're mostly in cybersecurity, which is what they were really kind of like. That's why so many their phones were like so widely used by like business people and diplomats and stuff like that, but because they were so secure. So now they basically just do like cybersecurity and software and stuff. They don't have any like hardware, but they wanted to. Now's the time, chat. Now's the time. They could do it. Also, I hope you're doing well, Leapshin. Welcome on in. I'm teaching chat about all things Canadian because you need to know. Okay, on this day of our independence here in Canada, I mean, as our official country status here, you need to know about all the great things we've done. We also created like modern like newsprint and pulped wood paper. That was us, chat. You're welcome. And the pager. We created the pager. And standard time. What does that even mean? Oh, we created that? We created time zones? We did that. And we were a part of that. We created that. I mean, we were part of this. Oh, today I learned. If we don't have any AI, if BlackBerry came out and said we will not have any form of like there's AI to the point of like good AI, like screening out like spam calls and stuff like that kind of stuff, that's okay. But if it's the stuff where it's like now, like I turned it off from my phone where Google tried to switch me to like Gemini AI instead of like Google Assistant. And so I switched it back. But like the ones that they're really trying to force down your throat where they're like, do you want our AI to do all this stuff? No, I want you to stop the spam callers from calling me. And that's it. It's your fault. No, it's not mine. It's the Scottish Canadian. He's not even full Canadian. He's part Canadian. Blame that guy. The phone, of course, and the phone handset. You're welcome. You're welcome. We created this, the phone handset. You're welcome. And the walkie-talkie. You have those because of us, chat. Which honestly, walkie-talkies, I would love now to have like a long, and I know there are apps for it, at least on iPhone, like in the Apple ecosystem, but like walkie-talkies with like your friends now, you know, like I would love to just be able to like walkie-talkie like Leapshin and be like Potato King, you know. I would love to do that, just scare Leapshin in the middle of the night being like Rubber Ducky. This is Little John, you know, like stuff like that. Like walkie-talkies were so, and they are still cool, you know. Was supposed to take care of mundane shit, not invade our lives. Exactly. AI was supposed to take the stuff that we actually waste our time doing so we could actually live our lives, you know, and not be bogged down with all the day-to-day stuff. But I'm Eagle One, yes. Rubber Ducky. Oh yeah. HH would be Rubber Ducky. Eagle One can be Leapshin. I'll be Big Kahuna. There we go. I think that's perfect. I think we've nailed it, chat. We'll just have walkie-talkies now. When Discord inevitably implodes because of enshittification and all the microtransactions, we'll just use walkie-talkies. Mama Duck, there we go. Perfect. HH, your walkie-talkie call sign will be Mama Duck. I love this. And of course, chat, we created the snowplow, for railroad removal, because that makes sense. The snowblower, that also makes sense, because you can't look at me and tell me that, like, of course it's a Canadian, but I feel like it should have existed longer. I feel like the snow blower should have been something that's been around for like 84 million years, long before like a Canadian came along. Because Canadians, we haven't been around like as long as some of these other countries that have been dealing with snow. They just kind of dealt with it. Here in Canada, we're like, no, absolutely not. Immediately no. Immediately no, chat. We will not be doing that. How dare you try and train me? How dare? Heckin' furry, come in puppy over. I hate that. I hate that so much. We created bubble wrap. We, as in the Americans. How dare you? We also created a bunch of defense stuff. You're welcome. But we created this digital camouflage pattern. And I was like, that's kind of cool. That's kind of neat. Don't ask about and sonar. That's important. And the stealth snowmobile. Like, of course we as Canadians would be like, stealth snowmobile, we need it. We need that. Of course we would be like that. It makes sense. We also created the G suit for, fighter pilot jets. You're welcome. You're welcome. Was developed by a dentist? Yeah, by a dentist. Yeah. Listen, back in the day, you had time. You had the luxury of being able to do multiple things at once. Gets teleported to a Tim Hortons. Yeah, that's probably what exactly would happen. All right. And then we also have things like the alkaline battery. The batteries we use like today. We did that. We did that. A lot of modern batteries. We did that. You're welcome. You're welcome, chat. Bottle return programs, which I was like, did bottle recycling not exist? Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean there were no what do you mean? Like, it's such a common thing. I feel like I remember like weekends I would go with my dad to the bottle depot to like return our recyclable like containers and stuff. What do you mean Canadians created this? I need to know more. Show me this footnote. Don't tell me Molson created this. Oh. I can't tell, but apparently Molson says so. So if Molson says so, we created oven cleaner, the egg carton, which what were we doing? Like, I guess we would just have them in baskets, but it was like wild to think that it took until 1911 for us to have egg cartons. Bottle return isn't a thing in the UK. They recycle them in normal recycling. Interesting. Noted. I guess. The garbage bag, you're welcome, chat. Where you are, where you're living, chat, we did that. You're welcome. We created your home, chat, the garbage bag. What were we doing with garbage beforehand in our house? I need to know, actually. I actually need to know. Huh? What do you mean? Like, what was done before? Did you just chuck it? I guess you just chucked it in a pile? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What we do before this? Chat, what did we do with garbage before garbage bags? Just chuck it in a bin, I guess? I mean, I don't know, maybe. But we created the bags. You're welcome. We also created ink for your American money. Well, I mean, technically an American will add a Canadian university, but he wouldn't have created it if he wasn't at our university. You're welcome. The incandescent light bulb. You're welcome. Kerosene chat. The lawn sprinkler. What is the long pin? An auto pen. Oh, interesting. Plexiglass, you're welcome. Probably because, you know, ice hockey. That would make sense, maybe. And the Wonder Bra. The Wonder Bra, chat. You're welcome. You're welcome. You are welcome. Man, Canadians have just done so much. We've done so much, man. And CPR mannequin. I like how it says mannequin, but not CPR mannequin. Well, we made that. That's for us. The pacemaker. We're so good with science and medicine. We've actually done a lot. Insulin. Forensic pathology, chat. That's wild. That is wild. But cool. I love that. I love that so much. A lot of medical stuff. Radon, you know. The fifth radioactive element. that was in at McGill. You're welcome. The ultraviolet index by Environment Canada scientists. Look at that. We did it. We created the UV index. UV degradable plastic? Page doesn't exist. Interesting. And a stretcher for babies. Look at us. Look at all the good things we've done for science and medicine, chat. A lot. A lot of things. You're welcome. And then sports and music, the most important piece, where we created basketball, baseball. You're welcome. This one was interesting. The contrabass bugle, which is funny, is just wild to me that we were like, yes, the contra, we created this. You're welcome. Canadian creations. We were like, you know what? We need a lower brass instruments for marching bands. And we did it ourselves. We did it ourselves, chat. A barcode reader, 5-pin bowling, you're welcome. A goalie mask, which kind of makes sense. Instant replay, you're welcome. Sports wouldn't be the same without us, chat. If without instant replay, how would sports even sport now? They wouldn't, chat. They wouldn't. They would not. The world's first electric organ. There you go. You're welcome. Superman's half Canadian. You're welcome. You're welcome, chat. Snowcross, yeah. Table hockey, which kind of makes sense. That makes sense. Trivial Pursuit was one that caught me by surprise. I didn't know that Trivial Pursuit was invented by Canadians, but it is. It sure is. The caulking gun. Ah, yes. The caulking gun. Chat, we created. Us Canadians are the inventors of caulk in guns.
Nice.
That was us. That was us. If you're like, wow, how did I ever use my caulk before this? We Canadians created. It's wild. Yeah, we did that. We did it. We did it. We did it. A paint roller. We've done a lot. The air conditioned railway coach. Another one interesting. We did do the Canadarm for the space shuttle. That was pretty neat. The steam engine for marine use, the electric wheelchair, the electric car heater, which makes sense because it gets heckin' cold here. We invented road lines? Wait, we created road lines? Chat, we're the reason why road lines exist. So now I know. Now I know. The things you learn, chat. The things you learn. I had to use my caulk by hand and just squeeze it as much. Yes, you had to squeeze the caulk. You had to squeeze the goo out of your caulk by hand, you know? What's that one song? Blame Canada. Yeah, blame Canada for road lines that you have to, follow. What is this? Unodicycle. What does that even mean? What is this? Oh, a self-balancing electric one-wheeled motorcycle. Didn't know, but okay, all right. I guess we created this monstrosity. You're welcome. You're welcome, chat. And then there's a whole bunch of breeds of dogs and cats. Surprisingly, Canadian Sphinx cats are the Sphinx cats that are known for being naked. That's wild. And then holidays and stuff. But yeah, look at all this. Look at all this stuff. All this cool stuff Canada has done. Aren't we just the coolest? We are so cool. My shit's being weird tonight. I feel like everything's being weird. My internet was being slow a bit earlier. It took me forever to load this page. You know, I don't know. I know some people were having problems with Twitch. Maybe it's the Canadian curse or something. I don't know. I don't know. It's just
nice cock.
It's the nice cock. I know. Thank you, chat. Thank you. Thank you. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. Very proud of it. I know that you like me. I mean, then I could go on a list of like Canadian like music artists and stuff. But I want to go through the inventions because some of these, whether they were like food or actual like technical things or anything in between, I was like, we've actually created a lot of things that I wouldn't like. Some of them I was like, ah, yes, this makes sense, or like I knew, but like some of them like the London fog and like the California roll. That's wild. That's wild. Those are wild to me, chat. Those are interesting happenings. So now you know. Now you're more educated on all things Canadian. It's true. Well, at least our inventions. At least this cool stuff we've made. At least all the cool stuff we have made, chat. Okay, I need my BlackBerry back. I need my Timmy Hose back. There we go. Much better. Ah, yes, much better. Here we go. There we go. Voila. Hawaiian pizza was crazy. Yeah, that one. I've known about that for a while, but when I found about it, I found out about it, I was like, that is actually wild. That is genuinely like crazy to think about. Because I would have never thought that, honestly. Because, you know, Hawaiian pizza, like, like, if anything, I was like, that was probably an American creation. No. No, it was not. Indeed, it was us Canadians. We struck again with one of those things. There's nothing to see in American inventions beginning with the letter N, honestly, though. Probably for the we just scroll past that part. See, many of the things us Canadians have created are good, are universally good. We have not created anything other than the few military things, but most of them were defense-related items. We create good things. Apparently, Canada created some kind of wolf VTuber too. Probably not important. Oh, interesting. A Canadian wolf VTuber, you say? Wow, interesting. Can you tell me their name? Can you send me their profile information so I can go check them out? Who is this wolf VTuber you speak of? I mean, you could thank Canada for Takahata, for Onigiri, for Doki Bird, for for a lot. There's a lot of Canadian VTubers. It's wild. Canada's so cool. The Geneva Convention made a list for us. Exactly, Pinky. Hi, how are you? Welcome on. It's you. Happy candidate. Yes, they made a checklist just for us. I hear they smell are probably secretly a fox. I bet you they're probably a wolf. People just think they're a fox because, you know, foxes can have fluffy tails, maybe. Probably. That's my best guess. I don't know who this wolf Canadian VTuber you're talking about is. But, you know, that's just that's what my spidey sense is telling me. Yes. I feel like they're probably an animal that's not actually a wolf. You want to repeat that? Want to repeat that for the people in the back? Want to repeat that for the people in the back of chat that might not have heard you, you know? What do you mean? What do you mean? Chat, I'm so wolf. Actually a cat, all right. It doesn't matter because, you know, Blue Twitch says you can't use the term cat girl, dog girl, fox girl, anything that says you role play as, you market yourself as, or something else. You can't say that, but you could still do the things. You just can't say the words because people can't know that the words puppy girl exist for whatever reason. Thank you, Blue Twitch. Thank you for that. And they give off an aura that of a type that one would not want to sniffer. Listen here. Listen you here. How dare. Forced to edit by credit card companies? Yeah, I kind of guessed that. Usually anytime any more adult-oriented content platform has to change their rules to start calling out specific subgroups of said platform and minimizing and or banning certain aspects that target those specific subgroups, usually because of payment processors, because, you know, we can't let the public know that we do payment processing. Our stakeholders can't know we do payment processing for, you know, furries. Even though most of those companies were founded by and are probably run by, in some aspect, a furry. But, you know, it's fine. Got caught watching furry hypnosis and took it personally. No, yeah, their wife walked in and they were like, "What are you watching?" And it's just a bunch of furries. It's just like, listen here, there will be no more furry stuff happening here. How dare you? She's obviously a horse girl. I want the horse girl anime. It's on my list. I would like to watch it, but also it's only in sub. And you know me, chat. My ADHD makes it hard to watch sub. 90% of the internet is run by furries? Well, yeah. I do know that. I do know that because I saw that photo circulating a while ago where it was like a photo of like on a plane of a bunch of furries, and everyone was like, wow, like if this plane crashed, like there goes most of like the tech giants. There they go. Gone. The fur Illuminati. The Illuminat fur. Yeah. 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 They exist. They're real, chat. They're real. Don't worry, they can't hurt you. They just want walkies. That's all they want. They just want walkies. Yeah, probably. Most likely. It's also wild because like Blue Twitch also called out like scalies. And it's like, listen, like why you gotta call it the scalies like that? Like, what have the scalies done in particular that you're like, no, you can't call yourself a scaly? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I don't understand. For Illuminati. The fuzz Illuminati. There you go. Yeah. I like these. I can't wait to add that to my username and then get immediately banned or something like that. Who knows? Who knows, chat? Look in my eyes. A classic. Doing something right if they can afford the model or suit for either is true. It's the Illuminati. There we go. That's a good one. I like it. Brings old new meaning to caught by the fuzz. No, I was caught by the fuzz, and it's Officer Hops, Judy Hopps from Zootopia pulling you over. Which I can't believe they're making a sequel. I mean, I get it because people thirst for Judy Hopps for some reason, but you know, it's wild. It's wild to see that happen. It's wild to see a Zootopia 2 sequel because I feel like that movie is actually like, again, it came out like forever ago, but at the same time, not. I don't know. Time is an illusion, chat. It's an illusion. But yeah, respect to the furries. I'm not one, but respect to them. Okay, can we just let people enjoy things and make content in their spaces and, you know, in their niches and not like persecute them for it? That'd be great. Can we not punish them for it? Can we just let them do it? Like, No one cares. I guarantee you, I know for a fact these payment processors process payments for far worse things. Okay, furries are not the worst things that they probably process payments for. All right, so let's not start. Original Lola, true. Lola, yeah. There's, furries have existed for a while. Chat was unironically good. However, I feel there are a lot of weird people and weird vibes for parts of the movie, but there's weird vibes for parts of like every kid's movie because it has to appeal to like adults in some way. There's always like some innuendos in there, but who knows? I don't know. I'll watch it every once in a while when like I need something to fall asleep to, but yeah, chat. Yeah. I'm kind of snacky. Chat, I'm kind of snacky. I need a snack. I need a snack. What kind of snack? I don't know. I could have caramel chocolate pretzel clusters. Those are there. Or chocolate covered mango pieces. Or birthday cake flavored like rice cracker puff thingies. Are you going to eat poutine? No, because like the best poutine that I have ever had has been from Costco and they are closed because Canada Day. So no, I will not. I don't have just poutine at the ready. You kind of have to like have the stuff for it. It's my birthday on the 5th. Oh my gosh, old, everyone pointing silver, old. But happy early birth. We will celebrate. Do I stream that day? Do I do the stream? Where's my calendar? No, I don't, because that's the Friday. Yeah, that's the Friday. Oh no, that's the Saturday. That's the Saturday. Well, happy early birth, Silver. I hope it's a gooder. And thank you for the head pats, Laura. Thank you. But I hope it's a good birth. Do you have any good anything exciting planned? Almost one of my usual bad birthdays. Well, I'm glad it's not turning out to be that one. I'm glad it's looking to be a good birthday, and I hope it does be a good birthday for you and you enjoy it. You take time to like do whatever you want on your birthday, because that's what birthdays are for. As I always say, they should be a day where you get to do whatever you want, and if that means not doing anything at all, that's okay. You know, that's all that matters. Yep. That's why I like make no plans for my birthday, because I always want to do whatever I want to do. If I want to go eat out at my favorite restaurant, I'll go eat out at my favorite restaurant. If I want to like go for breakfast, I'll go for breakfast. If I want to go shopping or do something or see a movie or whatever, I can do that. Yeah, I'm glad you got a better job, Silver, because your other workplace seemed like it was very problematic. So I'm glad you got. I hope fingers crossed, fingers and toes crossed. Toe beans crossed, okay, that your new job is better and they treat you better, because no one deserves to be treated like trash at their job. And that's fact, chat. That's all fact, no cap. That is just real. New job has AC. It's wild to me that like a place like that, like, I don't know, maybe it's just because like AC is so common here in Canada. Like there are some homes and stuff, but like most workplaces, to my knowledge at least, have AC. But I mean, I guess machine workshops and stuff for like machinery and that might not. But I'm glad that it sounds like overall new workplace is better, and that's all that matters. That is all that matters at the end of the day, is that your workplace is a better place. Without love, nothing at all. Pain without love. All right, chat. I've gotten to the end of my spiel. What should I yap about now? What are some other Canadian things? What are some things you want me to talk about? What are some Canadian questions? Questions to ask a Canadian? What are some things you want to know? Security badges and stuff? Ooh, snazzy. It's extra high tech. You're going to be like in one of those like cool, like You're going to be building Gundams. That's probably what it is. I knew it. Do Canadian vampires suck people's No, but we do say sorry. I mean, the Canadian vampires would say sorry after they suck. And they wouldn't suck all of it. They'd make sure you're okay. They just take a little suck off the top. Yeah. Yeah. Canadian vampires would say sorry. Sorry there, bud. Just have to take a quick little sip. Quick little sip there, bud. Don't mind me. How you doing? They'd be nice about it. The Canadian vampires would be nice about sucking blood. And then probably give you like a Timbit for your ride home, for the trouble, you know? A Timbit and a double. Sorry there, bud. Just need to live, eh? Don't you know? Just a quick, you know, like they'd be nice about it. Nice vampires. Imagine the concept of nice vampires. That'd be wild. There we go. A book idea, chat. Write it down. Canadian vampires. Did I ever tell you that I had the idea once to write, like, they do exist. There are a couple like Canadian like werewolf books for sure, because, you know, wolves are very prominent here in Canada. But like, I thought about writing my own werewolf series once upon a time. I did. I had this whole idea. It was going to be all dramatic and stuff. But classically, I had too many big ideas, and then I got overwhelmed by how to do big idea, and then never started big idea. Who's the Canadian celebrity you most suspect? I don't know, chat. I feel like The Weeknd is some kind of skinwalker or something. I don't know. He's out here wilding, and I don't know what he's thinking half the time. He's on another plane of existence. Maybe he's just functioning on the oblivion plane. Who knows? Can I come to your home and suck your blood, eh? Yeah. Can I come in? Why don't you invite me in there, bud? W is different from a skinwalker? Yes, they are. They are indeed. Yes. They are different. But I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. Weekend's kind of weird. He's kind of weird guy. I never got him. I never understood the vibe or the appeal. But that's just me. His music's not mine. His music's not my vibe, and that's okay. That is a-okay. It's just, I just don't get the hype, chat. And maybe that's just me in general. Anytime anyone has like, that's me with like Stranger Things, or like, I don't know, even like, you'll see it when like people talk about like Elden Ring and stuff, where like everyone talks about these like very popular mainstream things or stuff, and I'm like, I just don't get it, and that's okay. But like, I just don't understand why people are like, I don't know, going wild for it. I just don't. And then people be like, well, you should really watch, like people did this with Stranger Things for the longest time. They're like, you should really watch Stranger Things. And that just made me want to watch it less. And I still haven't watched it. And then eventually, it was forever I didn't watch it. And then I tried watching one episode and I was so bored out of my mind. I was like, yeah, it's a no for me. Demons. I will talk about them. I've learned today. I have been edumacated, and that's important. Orville recently? What is that? What is this? What is this? Is this something I could watch in Canada? Because I don't know if I could watch it in Canada. I don't know. Half the TV shows these days are like only on like HBO Max, and I'm like, bruh. That doesn't exist here in Canada. Hello? What do you mean? A Star Trek parody? Never heard of it. I've never heard of it. I mean, it's on Disney Plus, apparently, or Prime Video. Apple TV? Not a good thing, hard to explain. No, I respect that. I will respect that. That is fair. That is fair, HH. I trust you, and I will not speak. I will not say it. Seth MacFarlane, man. See, I have nothing against Seth MacFarlane, but like, his sense of humor just does not. It's just, I don't know. It's the same thing along the lines of like South Park. It's just I've never really gotten it, and that's like okay. That's okay. That type of humor and stuff is just not my vibe, and that's all right. Again, you're talking to the girly who still watches Jersey Shore to this day because and trash reality TV just because it's just fascinating to me to see people. Well, Jersey Shore mostly because of nostalgia, but also just because, you know, it's good brain off for me, and that's what I need. I use my brain too much, so I need to watch things that make me turn my brain off. Can't really describe it. Interesting. Yeah, not my cup of tea, but could be cool. I don't know. I haven't really watched any like modern. I've been watching a lot of old shows recently. Like old like TV dramas and stuff. I don't really watch like a whole lot of new stuff. I don't know. I don't know what it is with TV shows nowadays, but like they're all just so modern TV is just so blech. Like I don't watch modern TV, but like especially like the shows on streaming services, like they're all just so they're so mid. Like they're just not that interesting. I don't know what it is, but like I've tried like even like The Mandalorian, I fell off of that because I was like, it just feels like everything just drags on. The plot takes forever. And even once it gets to the end of the plot or to like the climax of the plot, like it feels lackluster. It feels like it doesn't deliver. It feels like, you know, they edged me too hard and now it's just not worth it. What's up with the Blackberry? It's Canadian. That's why the Blackberry's on screen. It's Canadian, you know? Blood of Zeus. I watched season 1 of that. I haven't watched because there was another season coming out, right? I thought it wasn't bad. I don't know, but there's been stuff like I watched The Bear. I watched season 1 and season 2 of The Bear, or half of season 2, and then I kind of got bored because I was like, the first season had like it kind of gave me everything I needed in like the first season. Like I guess the first season and the first half of season 2, and then I was like, that's all I needed. Like, I felt like I got what I needed from that show, and I really had no incentive to finish it. Because it felt too real? No, I don't. I've never watched Letterkenny in my entire life. I've never watched it. And that's the thing with Letterkenny is it's, like, very not Canadian. Like, it's a Canadian show, but, like, it's, like, the boonies, East Coast Canada. Like, it's not very relatable to me. Like, it's just basically a parody of like East Coast Canada, and like just making the whole trope of like what Canadians are, which is like not accurate. I don't like that stuff. It's not my vibe. It's over now. What? The Bear? No, it's getting a season 4. What do you mean? I literally got an ad for season 4 of The Bear the other day. Get back to the dog anime? The dog anime? What does that mean? Dog anime. I mean, there's a couple of those. It's not a nice show. It's dark. Ooh, dark anime. Maybe. I've been watching too many isekais and slice of life. I need a... Gary and I just rewatched JJK because we were like, we need a refresher because we don't remember what happened. And even though, like, the next season isn't coming out for, like, a hot minute, we want a refresher. Had 3 seasons and ended. Ah, gotcha. See, I don't have Netflix anymore, so... Any Netflix show I can't watch. Got too expensive. And, like, I'm not paying, like, $20, like, significantly more than other streaming services for me to get ad-free viewing. And, like, really, you don't have as much, in Canada at least, options. Silgar, thank you you for the raid. Welcome on in, raiders. If you don't know me, I'm Vanna, your Chris Chaotic Wolf Overlord. I was once a final boss of an MMO. And now I'm here. We're celebrating Canada Day. Welcome on in. Fossil Fuel 2. Ooh, what kind of game is that? Tell me more. Tell me more. I want to know. I want to know. Yeah, I watched season 1 of Blood of Zeus and then never really went back to it. I don't know. I don't know. In a certain VRC world, you know what? That's like the fair way to do it. Because now we've gone back to cable. You know, Netflix was good when it was like rebelling against cable and all that. But now we've gone to where the streaming space is just like, well, it's just cable, but with on demand shows. That's all it is now. Dinosaur horror jump scare game. Been scaring the fish sticks out of you? I bet. I don't do horror games. I'm too in my head. So I don't do them. But I bet it's scary. I take your word for it. Welcome on in. Rom-com anime? What are you talking about? Like, I'm trying to think. There's Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. And then I saw Kaguya-sama was getting like a special or something. But I want to play them so bad. Yeah, I feel you. There are some I'm like, yeah, I really want to play these. These would be fun. Like, I played Phasmo and stuff, but even then, like, it takes me a lot to, like, be able to do that. I gotta be with the right people. Tubi is comparable? I don't know. I just find, like, there are just a lot of things that, like, I don't know. I was going back to watching the same things, like CSI, the CSIs, the Law and Orders, Bones. Like, I just kind of rotate through like my comfort shows. Criminal Minds, I just kind of rotate through those because they're tried and true. I know that's an anxiety coping mechanism, chat, but don't at me, don't call me out. Play Dead Space. Oh my gosh, Laura. Laura, please, you're braver than me. Holy. Dangers in My Heart. I tried watching that. I tried watching that with Gary. It was all right. I couldn't really get into it personally. I know Gary enjoyed it, but I just couldn't get into it. It just didn't really grab me, you know? Didn't really grab me like Vampire Knight did. The curse that is Vampire Knight. I gotta drink some more water. I need some hydration. I'm calling ghost names and stuff, but when I'm by myself, I'm such a coward. Even with people, I'm such a coward. Especially in like the more quote unquote realistic ones, like your Phasmo or like Devour. Like in the more like technically, like you could say like Lethal Company is a bit like quote unquote horror. But like it's still kind of meany and stuff that like I don't know, the aesthetic doesn't make it feel as real. Whereas like the more like realistic like Silent Hill or stuff like that, no. Alien Isolation, nope, it's a no from me. It's a nope from me. What is this? Well, I mean, I would say that the manga is better, but the manga doesn't. I mean, overall, Vampire Knight is a product of its time. Does not age well, you know? They made Phasmo more realistic recently. I haven't played Phasmophobia and Alien in 84 million years. It's been forever. VR mod and it was a ton of fun. No. VR horror, absolutely not. That's where like once a friend tried to get me to do like a horror, and it wasn't even that bad. It wasn't even like full on horror, but it was just spooky enough. And there's something about the immersion in VR that made it even worse. I don't even know if I could have tolerated it out of VR, but I was like, no, it's not for me. No, I don't want to feel like I'm in the spook. That's not. It's always been interesting, and maybe that's just because I don't know. There's people who can play horror games have always fascinated me because like I could never wrap my mind around it. I could never play like a full on horror game. Like, I've tried, but I can't. I get too paralyzed by myself knowing, like, the patterns of being like, there's probably going to be a monster around here, or there's probably going to be a weird sound that plays right here, and I bet you if I go into this room, and there's a one way in, one way out, something bad's going to happen, you know? And make it spooky? Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It's the immersion chat. My immersion! My immersion! Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a horror girl. Like, people have tried. People want me to play horror games, but I can't. Even as much even if I did it for a meme or something for like charity or stuff like that, it wouldn't be worth it because I know in the end it wouldn't be a good experience because I wouldn't enjoy it. I just stand paralyzed for like an hour in the same spot. I get to the point. I think I did that with like, I don't know what, one horror game I think I tried once, like forever ago on stream, just to try it for like the meme. And I couldn't get past like the first 20 minutes of the game. So yeah, chat. I will never play a horror game. So sorry, not sorry. It is what it is. Like Alan Wake. I don't know. I don't know enough about Alan Wake. I don't know. People know it's dangerous for me and will deny it. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Chat just what's the best for you, HH. Please don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Wouldn't say it's a scary game. Literally one of the first tags is horror. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? It's literally similar to Phasmo. Like, hello? Hello? It's got ghosts. Oh my gosh, spooky Pac-Man. Isn't there a game that's like doing the reimagining of Pac-Man or something? I think I saw it. It wasn't it at like Games Fest or something. I think so. It sounds vaguely familiar. Gary was talking about it. Oh, Bah, bah. Bah, bah. Don't remember the name. Yeah, I don't remember it either. Gary might remember it or not, but like Gary was talking about it not that long ago. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I've been trying to find even like for like it talking about games. Like I'm not gonna lie, nothing for the Steam summer sale. Like I was really hyped for it. I was like, yeah, I could get more games. But I looked at my like wish list and there was nothing. I was like, man, I like really need to get this. Even though like the summer sale is usually I find it has better deals than like the winter sale. But like there's nothing on my list, and maybe my wish list sucks. But like I don't know. I looked through my wish list and there was nothing. I was like, wow, I really need to get this. I have to. What about Resident Evil? No. No. I will not do a Resident Evil. People have asked and it's no. No, it's not. Even if it's like more thriller or like suspensey, nah. I won't do a Resident Evil. Nope. The least scary horror game, but is still a horror game, chat. You're missing the point. Chat, you are missing the point here. You are missing the point. You are missing the entire point of this, chat. I mean, this one does say it's Resident Evil 6's zombies, and most similar to Split Fiction and Helldivers. What is this? Just zombies? This is just Black Ops Zombies, but Resident Evil version? Is that all it is? Get into Nemesis's pants. Yo. You know what? Fair. Respect. You know what? Fair. I mean, interesting choice, but fair. Nemesis really, oh my gosh, do we gotta do a tier list, chat? Detroit Become Human? That's not a horror game though, chat. Why are we saying Detroit Become Human? It's not really a horror game, is it? Is it? Power wash simulator? True. Physical labor, scary. Alone tonight. Ba, 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 da, da. A job application, truly scary. Truly the scariest. I don't know. I find a lot of like, as much as I used to love story-driven games and stuff, I find now like I just don't have the attention span. Like I can't, like technically at How Long to Beat it says it could take like 12 hours minimum to like 20 hours max to beat Detroit Become Human, but I don't know. I don't know. There's just I think it's my attention span has just gone to poop. You know? Seeing where your fear level is, I mean, I mean, from what I know of Detroit Become Human, I wouldn't consider it like a horror. You know? I wouldn't consider that a horror. Voices of the Void, slow burn, spooky, I don't know. I mean, I did play like Ib, which creeped me out when I watched PewDiePie play it when, you know, back in like 2000 and whatever. But when I played it on stream like last year or the year before, I didn't find it that spooky. Just more creepy than anything. Love Zero Ranger. Yeah. There's just something, or even like more like the city building or sim kind of games, like Traveler's Rest or like Satisfactory or like I played Oblivion a lot when it came out, but like, I don't know, it kind of died off quickly for me, which kind of sucks because I love the Elder Scrolls franchise, but I just don't. I guess it's part of me is also like, I want to do something again, and this is maybe because I'm adulting too much and I'm just using too much of like the whole like idea of like revenge bedtime procrastination. Chat, have you heard of this? If you haven't, I'll explain it. It's where because you spend all day doing something that you don't want to do or that doesn't bring you joy, that's why you stay up late. Like that's why, like, even though I have work the next day, sometimes I will stay up until 2 a.m. even though I know I shouldn't. But it's because I'm doing something that I enjoy in the evenings that I don't want to stop doing, like you know, no lifing, a new survival, sim game, sort of thing. But that's like me with like games where I'm like because I'm doing like work and stuff and all the stuff that doesn't bring me joy during the day. Like I want to play a game that gives me that like chill vibe where I can turn my brain off, but also gives me like a form of gratification. And I find like story games don't do that anymore. And I feel like that's a result of me just not having enough time to actually like enjoy games. It's towards the end. I mean, yeah, I guess that would be like the closest. But to me, again, Ib is not horror. It's more just creep. More just creep than anything, Chad. It's just creepy. Persona gotcha game? Oh my gosh. A gotcha game and Persona? It's dangerous. Dangerous for a lot of people, I know. I'm glad I don't have like the gotcha bug. I'm glad I don't fall for the gotcha. Because it could be dangerous for me. I could, if I had the gotcha bug, I would definitely spend dollary dues, but I'm more of like well, you know me. Even though I haven't played it in like 6 months, like Marvel Rivals, where I bought all those skins, spent like probably $100 on skins for Marvel Rivals, but I haven't played it. And I got the hiccups. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Hi, Cheese. How are you? Welcome on in. Same thing as MMOs? Like what? Same sense of like gratification as MMOs? I mean, I guess they're both RNG. I never really thought about it that way, to be honest. I don't know. And again, I wish I could get back into MMOs, but again, I just don't have the time. Or like the friends, or like, you know, like I just don't have the time to sink into an MMO anymore. Chad, I just want to be a girly that plays fun little games where I don't have to use my brain too much, you know? You know, I just want to have fun time. bum, 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 bum. Yeah. Yeah, I just want to head empty, no thoughts. Head empty, no thoughts. That's a me, chat. That's a me. Jeez, did they have trivia today? Even though it's like Canada Day? Would that still have happened today? I thought it wouldn't have, but I mean, I guess you could have Canadian themed trivia, which is kind of what we did. Not really, but you know, Canada theme. Did they ask anything about Hawaiian pizza, the snowblower, the stealth snowmobile, garbage bags? We invented those, cheese. That round killed us. We got 5th. You see, you knew me. I'm a history buff. I love me my history. I was yapping with ID the other day, and I was telling ID about like how much I like history, and it's always intrigued me. He's like, "Oh, I never would have thought about. I never would have known." Because it's true. I don't really gush about that on stream because like I don't know. It's just one of those like hobbies I enjoy off stream, you know? And I kind of like keeping it that way. I don't know. I mostly just listen to like history podcasts and watch history videos and stuff like Tasting History or Mini Minute Man. Love his videos. They're great videos. Go watch them on YouTube. They're great. 20 out of 10. I didn't know you could read. Well, that's why I watch the videos. That's why I know the video. I watch the videos, you know? History is important to know. It is. It's good to know. And yeah, I don't know. I just like learning about like the world and how things happened, and like especially once you kind of understand and get to the point, which I didn't know like growing up, but once you get to a certain age and you realize or you're taught that like history is really written by the victors. I learned this a lot when I was diving into like Norse and like Viking history, where like a lot of it, like most of like the tropes about Vikings are mostly because the stories were written by like the Anglo-Saxons and stuff, like the people who eventually, you know, converted the Vikings to Christianity and all that jazz. Like most of the stories are written by those people, and so they have a very biased view of like Vikings and their culture and all of that. And so like most of what we know isn't necessarily trustworthy, and or it might be like semi based in fact, but a lot of it is like very, you kind of have to like know the like general facts. You got it's a whole thing. You got to piece together. Use that critical thinking brain. Were the first 3 prophecies to allow women to vote? Interesting. You know what? I also would not have guessed that, but like, go prairies. Go prairies. Had rights for majority of all of history. Okay, that's highly inaccurate. That is highly inaccurate. Women were respected, but that did not mean they had rights. Respected rights are 2 very different things. It's inaccurate. No, it is factually inaccurate. Women have only had rights really for the last, and this is even being generous, the last 100 years. Really. So yeah, it's not accurate. Very different. Women were property for a majority of history. Let's be honest here. And then women were property for most of history. Apple keeps being brought up throughout history when we learn something as a species. What do you mean? Apples? What do you mean apples? Like we learn about something because of apples? Like the fruit? I'm assuming the fruit. What do you mean? Chaotic. Explain. I need more knowledge. Chat. I need more information. I need more backstory. I need more. Down with Webster. Underrated Canadian band that did some songs and then just disappeared. They just went radio silent. Which, respect, but also it's just weird. It's just weird. Then I guess you got it made. Yeah, I like history. It's cool. Especially like since I've been getting into tasting history and seeing how much like foods and cuisine, like how they're kind of shaped by history and like what's available. And that like most of like ancient like the ancient Romans and Greeks had some really weird, especially the Romans. But the Roman Empire was vast, but they had some really weird cuisines. The Romans were wild. They were really wild, chat. Adam and Eve, the tree of knowledge. I mean, I think you could say that with anything. Like, if enough things happen, you could say that with like anything. Right? Like, that's the thing, is history has been around long enough that if you look for patterns will emerge, but that doesn't mean they're actually a pattern or have like any actual like meaning. It could all be coincidences, or they could all not. Corn and gas and Total Drama Island. Oh yes. 16. Corn and gas, chat. Corn and gas, iconic. It was a good, see, corn and gas did very well because it was about like a small town in Saskatchewan, which is like, it's literally the flattest province, chat. There's jokes about like you being able to like see like the sky for miles and just see nothing, because that's literally what Saskatchewan is. It's all fields and farming here in Canada. But like it did it in a way that was like, it didn't play too hard on the tropes. You know, like Letterkenny, that's where my problem is like Letterkenny played too hard to the tropes, but I feel like that's all Letterkenny is just tropes and like relying on those. There's not really a good like story or character development. Where Corn and Gas, yes, there were jokes, there was stuff that was like quintessentially, you're like, that's such a Saskatchewan thing. That's yes, but there were also like it had a good plot. Caillou is Canadian. Caillou still haunts my dreams to this day. Do you think Caillou ever got hair, chat, as an adult? I don't think so. Your dog ran away. You could see it until it hit the border. Yeah, that's a good joke. That's a good joke. That is a good joke. Yeah. Oh my god, there were so many good. All right, man. We should watch the Corn and Gas movie. That's what we should have done, is watch the Corn and Gas movie. I don't think I would have. I don't know. Well, maybe we'll do that way. It's a good movie. I feel like you don't have to understand Corn and Gas too much. I feel like you could watch it without watching any Corn and Gas. Do you think Caillou even got to adulthood, chat? Can we get a poll? Do you think Caillou made it? I don't know. Maybe Caillou's just an eternal being. Caillou's actually a vampire, chat. That's why he has no hair. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Window to the knowledge of the works in your pocket. I don't know. What? I mean, maybe apples have something to do with knowledge. I don't know why. One of those things. One of those things, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what is the relationship between apples and knowledge. Apple symbol for knowledge. Or why is it? Who decided this? Immortality and temptation. Well, that's because of the Bible, but all right. Catalyst for knowledge. Okay, so really it's just because, you know, of the Bible, I guess. Along with Peppa Pig. What's wrong with Peppa Pig? Listen, Peppa Pig has some funny moments. Listen. I hope he is in jail. No, it's fine. I mean, if any child TV show, animated TV show character would become an adult, I feel like Caillou would get into, just with how much mischief Caillou caused, I feel like definitely has been to a police station a few times. Thousands of years later, yep. Yes. It's wild. I mean, I guess, but it's weird. Why the apple of all things? Like, why, what fruit? Like, why of all fruit was it an apple? Why was it not like, you know, like, why? Like, why was that decision made? It was made by somebody, chat. Who made that decision? I need to know. Play with their megaphones? That's true. Yeah, literal criminal. Criminal Caillou, true. Facts. Send it to jail. Watch Caillou just appear on like a Law and Order episode one day. That'd be hilarious. Yeah, I never really like the song. Freaking the Caillou the Caillou freaking theme song where it's like, I'm Caillou, that's Kai. I hate that song. I've never hated a children's TV show theme song more than Caillou. I hate it. That is what my sleep paralysis demon plays to torture me, chat. Turning Red took place in Toronto? Yeah, it was written by a Canadian. Yes. Like movies and TV shows? Yeah. Which I guess if the symbolism is the whole like temptation and forbidden knowledge, I mean, I guess. Dinosaur plushie and his teddy bear and his cat. I don't even remember those. I feel like Caillou was a fever dream. I feel like Caillou was a fever dream, but I know it wasn't. For the longest time, and I think I've told the story before about how I was gaslit by my family into thinking that Courage the Cowardly Dog, like the TV show, was in fact a fever dream I had. Because for the longest time, I couldn't remember the name of it. And this was before like the internet was really kind of useful. Like I was like, I don't know. I was young in elementary school. And I used to watch it when my dad worked in the States. So because we got Cartoon Network, so I could go and watch it. When he was we visited him in the States. And then years later, I was trying to like talk to my sisters, being like, yeah, we were reminiscing about nostalgic TV shows. And I was like, oh, you remember the one with the dog and he was scared of everything and he would always scream. And there were old people and they lived in the middle of nowhere. And I told it to my sisters. I told that to my parents and they just stared at me like I was crazy. And they were like, are you sure that wasn't just something you made up in your head as a kid? And I was like, no. And they had me convinced I was wild and crazy until one day I was able to actually Google it and successfully find like a clip on YouTube of Courage the Cowardly Dog. And I was like, I was right. And I had to like run to my family and be like, see, you were gaslighting me. How dare you tell me that Courage the Cowardly Dog was just a fever dream, chat. Couldn't believe it. It was wild. Max and Ruby and Max, where were their parents? We'll never know. It's fine. It's okay, Vanna. Time to take your pills again. Who is this chat you keep talking to? Yeah, I'm actually having a fever dream right now. Courage is great. Courage is wonderful. That sounds like something that would happen to Courage. It does sound very Courage coded. Oh my gosh, chat. Am I Courage the Cowardly Dog? Chat, I just realized something. Is it me? Am I Courage? Am I the Cowardly Dog here? Is it me? Return the slap. Oh my gosh, we should can I find some we should watch some Courage the Cowardly Dog. It's been a while. Or like some that and some Johnny Bravo. Yeah, classic, iconic. If they didn't watch it, I could completely understand them thinking it was fever dream. You know what? That's fair. Like to be fair, looking back, my description of it, I probably gave it less. Like I articulated it worse when I was a child. You know, recounting it, I probably recount it now a lot better than I expressed it as a child. But yeah, that's fair. Dexter's Lab. Oh my gosh, yes, Dexter's Laboratory. I also love Dexter's Lab. Oh, and what was it? Was it Bill and Mandy? Yeah, The Grim Adventures of Bill and Mandy. Watch the shit out of that too. All right, chat. We're just gonna go for some nostalgia farming. Just watch all of those. Yes. Yeah. Billy and Mandy. Close enough. I hated Billy and Mandy. Really? I don't know. I think I just enjoyed. I definitely didn't like Billy, but Mandy was very relatable. A Navy SEAL or something like that. I don't even remember. I don't remember Mimi. I'm not sure, but maybe we should watch it. We'll just write these down, chat. Write down all of these nostalgic shows we need to watch. Write them down. Write them down immediately. Write it down, chat. Write it down. Do it. Do it now. Do it now. Bam, 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 bam. Codename Kids Next Door. I used to play the shit out of was that a DS game? or like a Game Boy Advance game. One of the two. I played the shit out of it. That was a fun game. I didn't really enjoy the TV show that much, but the game was a jam. I really enjoyed it. After I read Kafka's The Metamorphosis. Wait, what? What is this? What is this? Billy's son. I don't remember this episode. I don't remember it that well. I remember the general like plot line of the show, like the general basics of like the characters, but I don't remember it that well. I'm not gonna remember it. I don't remember most things from my childhood that clearly, other than, you know, that time that I left my one figure from Digimon in the apartment that we were like renting while my dad was living in the States, and it was the last time we were going to be there because he was moving out the following week because his contract ended and he was coming back to Canada. And I left it, and I was like heartbroken. I didn't realize till I got home, and until like it was like too late because my dad had already like packed up most of the stuff. As childhood trauma, I will never forget. Chat. Lost forever. Have a good night, Silver. Thank you for being here. I appreciate the heck out of you. Sleep well, and I'll see you for the next stream on Thursday. We're playing more Traveler's Rest. We'll play more than the tutorial this time because we've completed the tutorial. So it won't be 2 hours of the tutorial of the game. Giant spider thought he was Billy's son. That sounds wild. See, nowadays, you know, and see, now this makes me have questions about, like, this is where interspecies reviewers, the show that Bolts and I didn't really get into in terms of, like, how would, like, if interspecies children could be created, like in Elder Scrolls, you know, in Elder Scrolls universe, you know, if an orc and a Khajiit have a child, if the orc is the mom, it will take the, like, it will appear, you know, the child will have the outward appearance of the mother. That's a well-known fact, but, like, how would it work? You know, because everyone wants to be a monster fucker these days, so, like, could it work? And if so, what would be the results? What kind of chaos could you get? Digimon, Digital Monsters, Digimon was abandoned by Vanna. It's true. It made me sad. I don't know. I used to leave a lot of my toys. Like, I had this one Webkins that I absolutely loved as, like, a child, and I left it in a hotel for a hockey tournament. I forgot to pack it. See, that's why now, chat, I have checklists for everything. And if I am, and whenever I go to a hotel now or travel somewhere, I will make sure to pack everything the night before I actually leave. So then I can spend the day of I'm leaving, making sure I didn't forget anything. Didn't love it that much? No, Laura, I did. I'm sorry I had undiagnosed and ADHD and I would forget things. As I rush to pack everything up, because I literally throw clothes all over the place when I'm traveling and have everything strewn about, and it's kind of a hot mess. Toy Story sequels as a kid? Oh my gosh, don't. Please stop. As I just hit myself in the face with my shaker bottle freaking lid. Refreshing, chat. But yes, I did forget a lot of toys when I was a kid. It makes me sad. But now I treasure my plushies even more, and that's why I don't take them anywhere with me, and they stay in my bedroom. They stay in my bedroom, so I can't lose them. Yep, it's true. It's true, chat. Well, I think it's already like almost 9:30 here, and I've been off, chat. I've been off work since like Friday, and it's been the best. But now I have to go back tomorrow. And of course, tomorrow, the first day back, work was like, we're going to give you a million things to do the first day you get back. And I was like, bruh, rude. How dare they? That's rude. So I got to go to bed early. I got to do a bit of the EPs. I know work is so inconsiderate. I was like, could we move that to like the following day? Could we move this big migration thing the following day? And they were like, no, it needs to be done this day. And I was like, all right. FML then. FML chat. But I will find us someone to raid. But I will be back on Thursday at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be playing more Traveler's Rest. So to get that stream notification, because we know Twitch doesn't like sending them, and other notifications about my weekly schedule, community nights, which we'll be having in 2 weeks from tomorrow, and other events that go on in the community, or you just want to chat with fellow guild rats or me, there is the Discord channel. Make sure to join it. We now officially have a server tag for the Discord. We have the official WOOF server tag, not woof, WOOF, WUFF, that you can get if you're a part of the server. So make sure to join it and rep your pride for your Cursed Chaotic Wolf Overlord. And then there are the rest of my socials. Definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel. We are like a hair away, chat. We are so close. I just checked today, and we are at oh wait, we passed it. Chat, we passed it. I checked earlier today, but we just surpassed it. We're now at 2,800 subs on YouTube. We passed it, but you should still subscribe to my YouTube if I haven't, because I post a new clip there every Friday. And maybe one day, some other fun little videos. But that's a future thing. We're working on it, chat. We're working on it. And then follow me on Blue Sky for shitposting, because that's where I shitpost nowadays. But yes, we hit 2,800 subs on YouTube. Thank you, everyone who has subbed so far. And if you haven't subbed yet, now's your reminder. Do it. Do it now. All right. Let's go find someone to raid. Oh, actually, let's see this. Let's see this. Wait, I have some raid targets. Hold up. Wait a minute. Okay, raid target acquired, chat. Raid target acquired. I'm so whoa from my head to my toe. Do we want to do? Catherine's playing Liza P. We could go watch some Liza P, chat. The P. The P as I burp, because I've been chugging so much water these last 5 minutes. Ever since Big Wheel, I feel. Get DLC and play. That is true. DLC. Isn't another one coming out? Or is it there was one that came out not long ago, and I thought they announced another one. I know a lot of people like Liza P. I've never played it. I've never played it personally. I shine, I grow. I'm so whoa. The more I see it, you say, ooh, Goth Gamer Goblin's on. We've rated them once before. They're very chill, and they have a fun model. And they're currently playing this fun game called Dungeon Crawler, and it's a dungeon crawler, but you fight by playing a claw game. It looks very fun and very interesting. What if Pinocchio but Souls-like? And it's great. Interesting. That does sound kind of cool. That does sound kind of neat. All right, we are gonna go raid the wonderful Goth Gamer Goblin. All right, so make sure to grab the raid message number 1 if you are a follower, raid message number 2 if you are sub. Copy and paste that respectfully in their chat. Feel free to sub out any the raid emote for any one of my emotes. Send them all the love and support you've shared with me today. And thank you for joining me for the stream. Thank you for celebrating Canada Day with me. I appreciate it. I hope you've learned to respect the awesomeness that is us Canadians and the cool things we have created. I will see you all on Thursdays for Traveler's Rest. Thank you for the memes, the redeems, the chatting, the lurking, the working, the follows, the resubs, the raids. I appreciate the heck out of you, chat. I will see you all on Thursday. But until then, I am Vanna, your Cursed Chaotic Wolf Overlord. And whatever time it is, wherever you are, I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or night. Let's go raid everyone. I'll see you on Thursday. Bye-bye.